Hello DC fans, DJC right here. Today's DC news. Let's start with Superman news. There's a rumor that an official Superman trailer might drop next week. I guess right before Mission Impossible and Disney's Lilo and Stitch. We only have about 2 months left until the release date. I just can't wait to see the trailer. And James Gunn left this emoji regarding trailer release date question, so it might drop pretty soon.
Hey Comic-Con, ciao Napoli.
Superman is about hope, strength, and doing what's right, even when it's not easy.
And sometimes that means balancing two very different lives.
Not as easy as it looks.
Especially when certain people make things complicated.
È tornato.
This film brings together some incredible characters.
Some might say a gang of characters. Sorry, I thought I left my ring out here somewhere. I thought, please don't let me interrupt. Joe, there it is. I'm sorry. Keep going.
But what makes Superman who he is isn't just his powers.
It's his choices and the people who stand beside him.
This story is packed with action, heart, and moments that remind us why Superman is the hero we've always looked up to.
Make sure you watch Superman on the biggest cinema screen you can find.
Superman.
In cinemas on July 9th.
And a Superman skin is reportedly coming to Fortnite. New skin based on the film, and mystic ability turns you into Superman. It's likely drop around the the date of the movie release. And I haven't played Fortnite, so I'm not familiar with this. Sean Gunn finally confirms his role as Maxwell lore in Superman.
You good on here? Okay.
Okay, I want to say it's super cool that you're here in Prince George, but I can't let you leave without asking about the Superman movie that's coming out in the summer. You play a character called Maxwell Lord in that movie, which is going to be directed by your brother James Gunn, who you just mentioned.
Already was directed by him, actually. Go on.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, it's finished, my friend. It's finished. No, you're right. It's not out yet. I'm just being a jerk.
No. But I wanted to ask, what is it like preparing for that character? Could you talk about what kind of comics you talked about with James? How is it different from the Pedro Pascal version of the character, which he also played Maxwell Lord in another DC movie?
I can't believe Pedro Pascal and I keep going out for the same roles. I can't answer most of those questions. I asked my brother recently if I could even say that I was in the movie, and he's like, "You can say that you're kind of in the movie." So I'm kind of in the new Superman, and I have really, really enjoyed the process of exploring that character. There is source material that my brother and I discussed, but I kind of can't talk about any of that. I can say that whole world where Pedro Pascal played the character beautifully is very, very different from the world that we're operating in. And I think just the casting alone makes that obvious. I don't think that I don't think I make that joke because I'm not. You're not going to, in general, look at me for those same types of roles that he's playing. And he's amazing. I'll be able to talk so much more freely about this after the movie comes out, but in the meantime, I can just say that I loved the process of working on it. What I've seen from the movie, which is not all of it, I love. I'm very excited for an audience to see it. I just really have very, very high hopes for how an audience will respond to it. And we'll talk more to be continued.
To talk to you about your character as much as you can tell me, because we saw an iteration of the character in the last Wonder Woman movie. Mm-hmm. With Maxwell, what is the difference, Maxwell Lord? What is the difference with the character this time around than what we saw in the Patty Jenkins movie?
Well, okay. What I can tell you is I know there's a lot of stuff I'm supposed to sort of I can't talk a lot.
Okay.
Too much.
Okay.
But I can tell you that the one obvious thing is that it's me playing the role, which doesn't just mean that I'm going to give a different interpretation. It's like your own body is the vessel for what you're doing. So obviously, I'm going to do, like, nobody's going to confuse me and Pedro Pascal as performers. So we're obviously going to do something like super different. I think that James is good about directing me towards the relevant source material. Yeah. You know, and so I think that the whole concept of the character takes a different type of tack than that does. I saw that movie, and obviously Pedro's a great actor, but what he does in that movie, it was not really relevant to anything that I'm doing.
Supergirl filming takes itself all the way up to Scotland. A drone was not needed.
Happy anniversary to the legendary shapeshifter, Clayface. A master of deception, this supervillain can become anything or anyone, even the star of his own film, coming 2026. He made his debut in Detective Comics number 40, written by Bill Finger, with pencils and ink by Bob Kane.
Jason Ritter talking about his role in upcoming HBO series Lanterns.
We are about to start shooting, Ritter said. We've shot 4 episodes so far, and we're about to start shooting episodes 3 and 4. We're doing it all a little out of order. The story is kind of jumping all around, but it's been so fun, and it's a really well-written, really fun show. I'm just trying to fit into that world and maybe put a little silliness in there.
And, of course, in particular, Superman the movie is still, to this day, the archetype of the perfect superhero film origin story. And we watch it before we make almost any one of our films. And that's been the case for the past 17 years since I left the fold to go work for Marvel. There was a word, Dick has a very good vocabulary, and there was a word that I was never able to pronounce, but I always understood, which was verisimilitude. And he used that word while making Superman 1. And I first learned that not because it's hanging above Dick's office, which it was for many years, but because I saw him talking about it in the ABC making of Superman special when I was a kid. And it basically means be truthful, honor the source material, believe in it, take it seriously. And that is what we strive to do. And Jon Favreau, on the very first Marvel Studios production, copied that and put it above his doorway.